So there are a couple of things we wanted to talk about when we
Mm.
come to this conversation of wholeness. And the first is that you never make it. You never get to a point in your life that suddenly all your problems are fixed and happy days. I think that would be, it's just an unrealistic expectation. And the
Yeah.
second is, I would say, the lie we've been sold around wellness. It has become very consumeristic. It thrives off dissatisfaction and this pinging, I guess, from dissatisfaction to hope in the transformation and change people chase. The wellness industry, obviously, we're talking about what mental, physical, emotional, and even spiritual health. And when we're looking at a person, each of those factors really matter and they all
Absolutely.
play with each other and interact. So to have a healthier, more like fleshed out, grounded life, you have to address each of them. I'm curious about what people would think about the word wholeness or wellness, whether
Yeah.
that conjures up ever increasing standard that you can never meet, the
Yeah.
expectations of this is something I try to achieve and then fail, that it can become very performance driven, even as we're looking at the whole person. They get segregated into different sections. So you're looking at your physical health or just your mental health. And we know that they all play together, but it's hard to, like, where do you begin then?
Yeah. Yeah. I think probably the thing that particularly over the last few years, stepping away from practice, I've recognized more and more the inability of any one individual to fix another.
Yeah.
We can help and advise and make practical changes, but at the end of the day, we're just helping with one factor, one component of a life. One of the biggest things I think for us that we've noticed in our own journey of wholeness um, is the more in control of our own lives that we feel, the more we're able to actually show up authentically as who we are. And in that capacity, then we're able to engage with all of the different aspects of what could be called a whole life. So from that like whole life perspective, what are some of the key kind of foundational areas that we're kind of talking about, knowing that they all kind of interrelate and play together?
I can't help but look at some of the cultures we've interacted with over the last few years who have just lived life. Life is made up of many moments as opposed to one or two particular things. And
Yeah.
so there is key in it then has to be what we do with those moments and how we live day to day.